We're riding on the Promenade des Anglais out of Nice. Today we're doing Col de Vence. Climb is just west of Nice past the airport. I'm currently 17th on the leaderboard, a minute and a half off the KOM. I set that time winning a local hill climb back in August. Today I'm going to try to see if I can get close to the KOM, but really this is just a test effort. I'm in the third and final week of my VO2 block after the last video on my channel on the Madone effort. Vence is a similar duration to Madone, around 24-25 minutes for the KOM. So it'll be a good test to see if I can improve on my power from that day. Hopefully go close to 420 watts. And if I can do that, that should be close to the KOM. This climb was raced in the stage of the 2020 Paris-Nice stage race, but it was early on in the day in break formation. So I think Thomas Degen is up there in the top 10 from that day, but it's not a crazy fast time. The KOM is actually a tie. Two guys on the same time, two World Tour pros just doing testing efforts. So we'll see if we can take them both down today. Vence is also the main climb for the half Ironman course in Nice. They raced up here in the 2019 half Ironman World Championships, and it's being used again this year for the World Championships. So we'll see if any of them go close to my time.
We're riding out towards Vence on the bike path from Nice, and we come across this guy running with a bike pacer, and you'll see what happens.
You okay?
Yeah. Didn't expect you to stop.
Is it good?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were going into the red signal, and there was a car that could have been turning, so. Oh, hold on.
Luckily, Daniel and his bike were all right, but once we started riding again, I think you could probably hear that noise.
My bike's not good.
My rear disc rotor got really bent, unfortunately. I guess Daniel's wheel hit it.
My rear disc is...
We tried to straighten it out on the side of the road, but I ended up deciding to go back to my apartment and swap on a new unbent rear disc, while Daniel did some work in a cafe, and then we met up again back on the way to Vence.
I need to do a little bit of intensity.
I did my warm-up on the road to the climb here. Basically did about a minute building to over the pace that I wanted to do for the effort. My warm-up depends a lot on how I'm feeling. Today we'd already been out on the road for like 2.5 hours, so didn't really want to do too much. Mostly I wanted to see how the heart rate would respond and get it to 160. Speed at which my heart rate responds can tell me a lot about how fresh I am, and I was not feeling fresh at this point, that's for sure.
All right, here we go. This is the bottom of the climb, just after this intersection.
Daniel took my jacket and is waiting a little bit further up the climb on a flatter section to give me a little lead out. That sign has the stats for the climb.
Yeah, we're on it.
It's a little under 10 kilometers at a little under 7%. So nice steady climb, and you've got these signs every kilometer telling you the average gradient coming up for the next kilometer. So you'll see a few of those through the video.
3 minutes in, 428 average, on pace with the KOM.
So I started a little bit aggressive there from my plan of 420 watts, about 427 for the first 3 minutes, but not too crazy. I was feeling all right at the bottom, even though the warm-up didn't feel great. Once I started getting into it, wasn't too bad. You start the climb from the town of Vence, so you saw there's like quite a bit of traffic there at the bottom, and it's yeah, not really the best town to ride through, but this is a really nice climb. I come out and do this one fairly often.
There's Daniel.
I caught up with Daniel here for this little flat section. We're going like 30k an hour. It looks like I'm really far off his wheel. I don't know how true to life that is. The camera distorts it a little bit.
Down. Down.
I was definitely not doing my best drafting here, but I was also trying to stay steady with my own power, because if I was spiking it a lot, that might do more harm than good with the drafting. But definitely a little bit of an advantage here, but this is also the biggest tailwind section of the climb, so I'm not sure how much it was, but you'll see at the end of the video that every second counts for sure. Once you get over this climb and into the hinterland back here, this is, I think, some of the best riding around Nice, and therefore some of the best riding in the world. After I won that hill climb on Vence back in August, they promptly banned me from doing any more of these local hill climbs, which I was quite sad about because there are quite a few of them around here. But they said that because I hold an elite triathlon license, it's not allowed to race in them. So I don't know, whatever.
Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah.
8 seconds up. 6 minutes in. 423 average.
So at 6 minutes in, we're still a little bit over target with 423 watts, but not too bad.
This wind is good. 421 average, 9 minutes in.
And at this point, like I was saying, this is the tailwind section of the climb. So I made an effort to definitely back off a little bit because I knew that there's no way I could hold over 420 for this duration. Maybe I should have taken my helmet off like that guy to stay a little cooler. This is one of the nicest days of the year we've had so far. It was a really rainy January, but yeah, this day was beautiful. I think it was like 13, 15 degrees, something like that. This climb does go up to 1,000 meters, so it's a little bit chilly at the top, but really nice on the way up. This sign is saying that we have 262 meters of climbing in the 4K to the summit with 7% average for the next kilometer.
10 minutes.
And there I just said 10 minutes because I'm starting to count down. I was getting into the main headwind stretch of the climb, and this is where I started to lose time rather than gain it. So through this last bit, I was losing my maximum of 11-second advantage and coming down close to being level with the KOM. And I think right around when I get to this corner is when I'm level with the KOM. And from here, I switched the Garmin into live segment view because with this watch setup that I had, I could only actually see either the live segment or my power. Using the watch instead of my normal head unit does save 50 grams though, so potentially worth it. I actually did my VO2 workout on Vence the week before this. I did 5 by 5 minutes at 420 or a little bit higher. And that's how I knew I could take this KOM, because on that workout I could see my relative speed to the KOM, that I was actually going a bit faster on those 5-minute intervals. But then obviously stringing together 5 of them in a row is a lot harder than doing it with 5 minutes rest in between. This is the top here. Got the Col de Vence sign and some pretty disgusting seated sprint form. I was in the little ring. I didn't want to shift into the big ring because my front shifting isn't that reliable to try to do it under power.
I think I got it by 1 second. Oh, I went deep for that. Oh, my left leg was going super numb. I think I got it though. Oh God. I haven't had this issue in my left leg be nearly as bad recently, but it was bad today. The live segment said 23:55. Said I was 1 second ahead of the KOM. Oh God. Almost crashed. Let's go find Daniel. I think I got it by 1 second.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. It has to. If it's right on the live segment, then I did. Should I upload it and see? 23:55. Yeah, I uploaded the same. So I got it by 1 second. Oh, I'm climbing up a little back road back to Nice. Just kept rolling for a couple more hours of endurance around the day out. I was going for this KOM, but also in the tail end of this VO2 block and trying to put some volume on for the last week. Been building the volume week by week. Look at this beautiful waterfall and bridge here. I love this road and this way back to Nice. super quiet. Feeling yeah, pretty cooked after that. Definitely the last few minutes of that effort took a lot out of me mentally and physically, but got the KOM, even if it's by 1 second. I was yeah, looking at the live segment only for the last few minutes, just absolutely destroying myself to stay ahead on the timer. Pretty happy with that though. I mean, I wanted to average 420, ended up only averaging 416. Definitely progression from the Madone effort. I mean, the prep today wasn't exactly ideal for this effort. And then, yeah, I'm pretty fatigued the tail end of this block. So to still be able to do better numbers than I was doing rested at the beginning shows solid progression. Yeah, feeling pretty cooked. So just gonna ride it in easy to back to Nice, back home now. And that'll be the end of the video, but thanks for watching. And I think I'm gonna make a little training video over the next few days, talk about how the VO2 block is gone. So check back in for that one soon.